If you've been dealing with cervicogenic dizziness, a dizziness disorder that's triggered by pain in the upper neck, and maybe you've been dealing with this for weeks, months, maybe even years, and you're not getting better, this video is for you. Today's video, I'm going to show you why many people with cervicogenic dizziness aren't quite getting better, even though they might be doing some of the right exercises. I'm also going to tell a real patient story that illustrates this perfectly. My patient that I'm going to talk about is a patient that came to me after going to many different specialists, was now going to one of the largest named hospital systems in America, months and months of getting rehab, but still having terrible neck pain and still having dizziness. We changed one thing for this patient, and within the first week, pain levels dropped from 7 or 8 out of 10 to only 4. Let's get into it right now. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Mauro Burnett of Physio Tips with Mauro. Been a physical therapist for 24 years, specializing in the care of cervicogenic dizziness, cervicogenic headaches, and cervical instability. For today's video, I'm excited to share with you a real patient story. We'll call this patient Susan. So Susan found me recently. She came into our clinic and she told me her story. Her story kind of goes like this. She'd had some kind of injury to her neck. The pain had persisted for almost half of a year. She has dizziness, she has neck pain, she gets head pain. At this point, she's been to some of the biggest name hospital-based systems around, and she's getting lots of physical therapy for months and months, but still having tons of neck pain and tons of dizziness. So I sat down and listened to some of the things that she was doing. She was doing a series of daily exercises. She was very diligent. Some of the exercises were a little bit non-specific. One of the exercises that she was doing was an isometric, where you push your hand against your head, you hold it for a few seconds, relax, you do it in the other direction, maybe you do it forward, and maybe you do it back. This is an exercise that's commonly given out for physical therapy patients for decades and decades, but many of the experts would argue it's a little non-specific. When you're doing this type of exercise, it's activating large muscles of the neck, but not so much the deep stabilizers. That's not the emphasis. I'm really excited to mention, if you're looking for more exercises, more progressions, more step-by-step advice on how to defeat cervicogenic dizziness, don't miss my new book, Cervicogenic Dizziness Relief, A Complete Guide to a Dizzy-Free Life. It's now available. I'll leave the link below. And if you're watching this overseas, we've now made an affordable ebook so you can get it without international shipping hassles. Also, because we're just 2 weeks away from Christmas, we're giving a $5 coupon so that you can get a little bit of break on buying the book. All you have to do is hit in the promo code SUBSCRIBE5. For all of our subscribers, that's our way of saying thank you. All right, let's get back to the video. This patient was also performing tons of neck stretches. You've seen some of my videos in the past. Of all the interventions that you can do for a severe chronic neck disorder, stretching your neck is one of the least effective long-term management. Even if you stretch your neck and you hold for 30 seconds, and even if that did feel better, it's not going to prevent a reoccurrence of neck pain. It's not going to improve your stability. And at best, you're going to get some temporary relief, and then your neck's going to be right back to where it was the next day. Patient was also doing some non-specific shoulder exercises, where you pull some bands and hold. Another exercise patient was doing was lying on a foam roller to stretch back. Finally, one of the exercises she was doing is an exercise that I've shown several times on my channel, which is the lying down neck knotting exercise. I'll put a link to a video where I show you exactly how to do this so you can check this out. This neck knotting exercise, fantastic exercise for helping the deep neck flexors, which is an important muscle when it comes to stabilizing your neck and fighting cervicogenic dizziness. However, here was the missing link. Of these exercises, most of them were done either sitting or lying down, or some of the other exercises just were non-specific. So even though it was helping a little bit, it really was taking way too long and the symptoms are still really severe. So we made a very important change. We added a weight-bearing exercise for your deep stabilizing muscles. The way the neck works is you have deep muscles inside your neck that hold your head up against gravity. They operate during your day-to-day life by fighting the forces of gravity and keeping stress off your joints and discs. So when we're prescribing exercises to help someone recover, it's very crucial, and this is where a lot of people miss this, that we have to exercise the muscles against gravity. If we don't, you could be doing a ton of good things and still not making improvement. So what we did for this patient is we added small weight, 4-ounce bag, nothing too heavy. We added to the patient's head. And then at this point, they're starting to bear weight through the spine. We made sure that they learn how to put their chin in a nice neutral position. That's your strongest position. And I instructed the patient, try to walk through your house, maybe 2 or 3 minutes while you're absorbing this load and you're keeping this perfect neutral posture. Make sure it doesn't cause dizziness. Make sure it doesn't cause pain or headaches. If you can do this for 2 or 3 minutes, and then what you do is you repeat this several times throughout your day, sometimes as much as 6 to 8 times during the day. There was a researcher from the UK, Deborah Falla, who found that if you put your neck into this nice neutral posture, it was a beautiful way to activate your deep stabilizing muscles, especially muscles like your deep neck flexors. So this is a very nice functional way to turn on your core muscles against gravity. So that's what we prescribe for our patient. Try it 6 to 8 times a day, give it for a week or so, and let's get back together and see how you're doing. Saw the patient recently, and she was like, wow, what relief for even just 1 week of starting to do this. So that's a very important tip that I want to put out there. If you're spending a lot of your day lying down, a lot of your day sitting down because maybe you feel so dizzy and you feel so bad, your neck's not getting enough weight-bearing exercise. You got to get up, you've got to get against gravity, we've got to start exercising. Even if you can only do a minute or two. Do a minute or two, rest for an hour, try it again. That's how we're going to get out of the hole. That's how we're going to build back our strength. So complementing the other exercises with a nice weight-bearing regime is definitely my tip of the day. Another thing that you can do with having a small weight on your head that will emphasize the stabilizing muscles is if you can walk uphill, if you can walk maybe up and down a small step or some type of entrance inside your house, going uphill or up steps gives even more weight-bearing exercise for your neck. If you feel like you could fall over and you're off balance and you're nervous about getting up and walking, make sure you walk with a loved one next to you so you're safe. Or you could walk next to a wall so that you can touch it. But this is a great way to get things started. Now I want to show you one bonus exercise that you can do that will also improve your neck stability and start getting you some really quick relief. Let's get into the bonus exercise right now. For the bonus exercise that I wanted to share, this is an exercise that I gave to my patient that had severe dizziness and neck pain. I like it because it doesn't move your neck around very much. It's pretty safe, it's pretty conservative, and it's in weight bearing, which is the theme of today's video. So this is kind of how it goes. You're sitting in your chair. What you want to do is first you grow tall from slouch posture. You bring your chin to neutral. You don't want to be overly arched and you don't want to be overly flexed. You want to find a nice neutral position at the pelvis. That's important, step one. Step two, you want to get the chin in a nice neutral posture. If you don't want the chin up too far, that's a weak position for your neck flexors, and you definitely don't want to tilt it forward. Now, once you get into this nice posture, you're going to move at the crease of your hips. You're going to lean 5, 10, or maybe 15 degrees forward. Now, my eyes are looking down at like a 45-degree angle towards the floor. I'm going to hold that posture for 5 seconds, and then I'm going to slowly come back. By having my neck in this nice neutral posture, that's going to automatically activate my deep neck flexors, an important stabilizer for the neck. And then when I begin to do my lean and hold, that's going to be a great exercise for the posterior muscles, the suboccipital muscles, and the other important muscles in the back of the neck. I had a patient and she said, I don't see how that's helping the strength in the neck. You're just leaning over at the waist. But if you think about it, if you had no strength in the back of your neck, once you lean forward, your head would just continue to flop forward. So by doing that, lean against gravity, hold it for 5 seconds, build up to maybe 10 reps, and you can easily do this twice a day and eventually progress to 3 times a day. Add that to the weighted walking and to some of the other exercises, and that could be a really good tip to start getting your stabilizing muscles back on, protecting your neck, and getting rid of dizziness. Well, if today's video resonated with you and you feel like you've been stuck lately, it may not be that you have all the wrong exercises. It could be that the exercises are just incomplete and you need that weight-bearing component. Well, that's the video for today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss a video. Remember, if you are a subscriber and you want to pick up the new book, all you got to do is type in subscribe5 and you get $5 off as our way of saying thank you. And if you got anything out of today's video, do me a big favor and hit that like button. Well, that's it for now, and we'll see you next time on Physio Tips Tomorrow.